Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Coming up in about 10 minutes, we will have Clash with Kenzie, and that'll be tickets to the Chicago Wolves. Not just tickets, 5 tickets to the game against their rival, the Ice Hogs, this Saturday night. So that's coming up. And speaking of sports, let's get to it.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
All right, well, the Cubs take down the Padres in extra innings, 2-1, ending their home winning streak. Nico Horner tripled in the go-ahead run in the top of the 10th to take down the Padres. Dansby Swanson was placed at second base as the automatic runner. Horner lined a 2-0 fastball to the gap in right center, easily scoring. Swanson capped a 3-hit game for Nico. And the Cubs at the Padres for the series-deciding game this afternoon before coming home against the D-backs at Wrigley on Good Friday. But that outcome snapped the Padres' 11-game winning streak at Petco Park to start the season. And they had a 15-game home winning streak into that game dating the last year. Cubs took that out, ended it, said no more. See ya. Peace. Deuces. Amazing. Can't wait for them to come home to Wrigley this weekend. White Sox got crushed by the A's 12-3. Tonight they'll do it again on the south side. Again, the weather should be great for a White Sox game tonight. It's going to get windy and a little weird tomorrow and Friday. It's going to be like 80 and like tornadoes. So I want to go to the White Sox game tonight to enjoy a nice night at the ballpark. And playoffs? Well,
Say what?
It's play-in, actually, but we'll count it as playoffs. Bulls face the Heat for the third consecutive year in the play-in game tonight at the Madhouse. Let's go. Bulls have beat the Heat this season 3 times, but they've lost to them in these play-in games the last couple years. Now, Kenzie, you remember what's going on with the play-in, right? Can you describe it?
Okay, so basically 10 and 9 played each other, and 8 and 7 played each other, and whoever wins from each of those play each other, and then whoever wins from that gets to be in the actual playoffs. These are pre-playoffs.
These are pre-playoffs.
Pre-playoffs.
So it's kind of right. What happened was last night, the Hawks lost to the Orlando Magic, okay?
Okay.
So the Bulls, if they win the night against the Heat, they will play the Hawks. The Hawks lost to the Magic, but they'll play the Hawks, the loser, to see who will go on to play the Cavaliers, best team in NBA right now, pretty much. So they're 64-18. So the 8 seed, they'll become the 8 seed there and go into that game. Whereas the Magic is already advanced because they beat the Hawks and they're going on to play the Celtics.
I thought if you lost, you were just automatically out.
So the Hawks. So the Bulls will be out if they lose. If they lose tonight, dunzo. They got to win to play the Hawks, who lost to the Magic, who will then advance to play on the Cavaliers, whoever wins that game.
Okay.
Got it? Just watch the game and enjoy it. And just hope they win.
It's still pre-playoffs.
It's still pre-playoffs. Play-in does not count as a playoff game in the whole register of playoffs in the history. So there you go. Just root for it. Just enjoy the game. If your antenna's working. I don't know if that game is on non-Chicago sports network because it's not a regular season game. Bulls, Heat. I should have checked that before sports.
Okay.
Let's see.
You're going to have to tell me.
Okay. What channel is Bulls Heat on today? This is exciting because Kenzie has bought 2 antennas. She bought one, then she bought a nicer one. And then that one didn't work. That one didn't work either with the HD antenna if you don't have. Oh! It's on ESPN.
Oh, so people can watch it?
How about that? Yeah.
That's crazy.
We can all watch it. It'll be great. So that's tonight. The Bulls Heat playing game live on ESPN. It'll be 6:30 our time. So let's go Bulls. Let's do this.
Let's go Bulls.
Let's do it.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. That is the next Q101 pop-up with that band Bad Flower right there. That will be, of course, at the Cubby Bear, and Brian Phillips will broadcast live. It's coming up in a little bit. So Thursday, May 29th, got time to think about it and plan. But at the Cubby Bear 21 and over show for Bad Flower, free. Our pop-ups are free. Go to Q101.com in the concert and events section to get a downloadable ticket to kind of get yourself in. And it doesn't guarantee entry, but we do give away guaranteed entry, and Brian Phillips will have that when he broadcasts live before that day. So exclusive performance from Bad Flower at the Cubby Bear. Cannot wait for that. So that's coming up in May. Also, before we get you on the phones, a little shout out. Is it, let's see, Matt C., his daughter Sabrielle turned 17 today.
That's what I thought. He goes, good luck pronouncing it. I'm like, well, is it just Gabriel with an S?
Gabrielle. Did I say it right?
I think it's Sabrielle. I think so.
So Gabrielle Sabrielle.
That's a really pretty name.
Sabriel.
Whether it is or isn't.
Never heard that before.
Sabriel. I like it.
Sounds like a perfume.
It does. Very perfumey.
Sabriel, when you want to make sure you trap a man.
Well, I feel like it's a country perfume. I see people riding horses on a mountain.
Yeah.
Sabriel.
But they're in a bikini. The girl's in a bikini.
Stop it.
Well, that's what it is. That's how I picture. You picture how you picture it. I picture how I picture it.
Okay, fine.
All right, 312-591-8300. Call now. You can wear a bikini to the Ice Hogs game if you want. The Wolves taking on the Ice Hogs. You get 5 tickets to the game. And it's an adopted dog night, goalie bobblehead night from our great friends at Chicago Wolves. You beat Kenzie in trivia, and you get the tickets to the Allstate Arena this Saturday. Chicago Wolves. We're going to give them away anyway, but the people that compete, you have first shot at them to grab them out of Kenzie's cold, dead hands.
I'm alive.
312-591-8300. Call right now to compete in trivia for the Chicago Wolves tickets.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
All right, let's go. Those tickets for the Chicago Wolves, and Case is in Vegas. He's on a flight to Vegas right now, so I hope
Vegas, baby.
I hope people were nice to Josie on the phones there calling in, because people can get pretty aggressive trying to get on Clash with Kenzie, you know?
Yes. And then every time there's somebody new on the show, like, they're like, what are they doing here? Case isn't fired. Everyone relax.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see
I
how
know.
it goes.
She's actually doing pretty good, so we'll see.
It's phenomenal. Except
Yeah.
for forgetting the cheese sauce yesterday at Portillo's, but
Stop it.
that's a whole other story. She did find Tyler for us in LaPorte to compete against Kenzie today. And remember, if Tyler loses, Kenzie will still give away the tickets to everybody listening. So you still got a chance if you love the Chicago Wolves against the Ice Hogs this Saturday. 5 tickets. Tyler, what's up in LaPorte? Tell us something about yourself, bud.
Hey, what's up? Just another normal Wednesday headed to work. I do heating and air conditioning, so I'm going to make some people's houses comfy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it. We appreciate you, sir.
It's
I
that
appreciate you.
It's that weird time of Chicago where you turn the heat off, then you turn the air back on, and you go back to the heat. And that must make the HVAC systems kind of go like, hey, chill. How about just opening a window and just relax? You know?
Yeah, that could work for sure.
Now you sound like my husband, Brian. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Air conditioning, heat. I got to be the right temperature. I can't wait. Once it gets to like a certain degree, just like I'll switch over to air, back to heat, and it's, hoodie.
God forbid I want to feel perfect. Don't see what the big deal is.
I want to be perfect.
Sorry.
All right, Tyler, here we go. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Tyler.
Let's go tails.
It is tails. And Tyler's up first. Tyler, question number 1. Who played the role of Liz Lemon on the TV show 30 Rock? Did you watch that show, 30 Rock?
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway is not right, but always take a guess.
Always guess.
I never rip on guesses. I rip on people that don't guess. That's the problem. It's not her. Do you know who it is, Kenzie?
Tina Fey?
Tina Fey is right. That was Tina Fey on that show. All right, back to Kenzie. Which bone are babies born without? Which bone?
Wow.
I know. Babies don't have this.
I feel like it's kind of a trick.
What do you think they don't have? Damn
I don't know.
babies.
Well, they're not born with like teeth, which is a bone.
I don't think teeth are bones.
I think they are.
It's like enamel, so it's
Okay.
not bone. But that's not right anyway.
Okay.
Tyler, do you know?
I actually do know this one. It's kneecaps.
It is kneecaps. They grow. How'd you know that, Tyler?
There was actually a drinking card game that we were playing like maybe a year ago, and that came up, and we had a big discussion about it.
There you go.
Sounds like a party. Sounds like a rager.
It was an interesting one.
And now I'll never forget either.
All right, it's 1-1, and it's back to Tyler. Tyler, the itsy bitsy spider rhyme. In that rhyme, what does a little spider climb up?
The water spout.
The water spout is right. Tyler's rolling 2-1. Kenzie, back to you. What meteorological significance is traditionally attached to cows lying down? So,
Why are you laughing?
because the case made these questions before he left.
You're just wondering what's going on.
I mean, I wouldn't have known this.
I mean, I would assume it has something to do with a storm. So like rain.
Rain is actually right. Cows
Okay.
lay down When it rains.
Just like, you know how animals always act weird when it's going to storm? I would think that.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope they would try to run, but then I can't picture a cow necessarily like galloping like a horse. So I guess I'll just lay down on the. They just say, F it, I'm going to lay down and get wet.
No. They're
That's
like,
what's
let's
happening.
get a comfy spot.
Let's stay with weather. Back to Tyler. What name is given to the phenomenon of tiny drops of water condensing on cold objects near the ground? What is that called? What is that name?
Let's go with dew.
Dew is right. Tyler knows his weather.
Tyler knows his weather.
He knows bones. So it's 3-2. Is it back to Kenzie, right?
Yes.
Am I right on that? Okay. Kenzie, a challenge which involves eating a spoonful of which spice has spawned several YouTube videos?
Well, like million YouTube videos. The cinnamon challenge?
Cinnamon challenge is right. Which, that seems like a dated question because I haven't seen anybody do that in a long time. But back in, let's say, I'm going back to like 2011 or 12.
I would guess like 13, 14 because I feel like it happened like my senior year and after.
Did you ever do it?
I didn't do it.
Tyler, did you do it?
I did do it.
Oh.
You
It's-
did?
it was
How'd it
terrible.
go?
It sucks, doesn't it?
It was terrible.
Yeah, it's not fun.
10 out of 10 do not recommend.
Yeah, I had a producer on the show then. It was not Case, and he did it. And I thought he was going to die, and he coughed out the cinnamon smoke came out his nose.
Did you freak out like, oh my God, I'm going to go to prison for killing my producer with this challenge?
For about 3 seconds, I looked
Yeah.
at myself behind bars like Andy and Red and
You know what
Shawshank.
horrible challenge I did do though? This is like one of those stupid things that people do. I put salt on my wrist and an ice cube on it, like at a sleepover. Because if you do that for a long time, it starts to burn your skin. And to this day, I don't have pigment in that spot.
Oh, you got to post a picture of that on Facebook, that little spot. Okay. Is it square like an ice cube or is it a round ice cube?
Well, it's kind of like round because it's like all the salt was sitting there. It's like misshapen.
Wait, so salt and an ice cube on top, it eventually burns your skin.
Yeah, you hold it there for a long time. I don't know why it burned your skin and took the pigment out of it.
So
It was a mistake.
Is it like pure white, like bleach is on your arm?
Yeah, it's harder to see because like I feel like I have olive skin,
Yeah.
But like if you're looking at it, I have like this little patch that's clearly a different color than the rest of my skin.
Who dared you to do that?
Girl named Taylor.
Oh, damn. Taylor.
Taylor, son of a bitch.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
All right, back to the game. It's at 3-3 right now, I believe we got. And it goes to Tyler. Staying with that world, YouTube. Which company acquired YouTube in 2006 for $1.65 billion? Who bought YouTube, Tyler?
I'm not sure. I'm going to try and guess with Google.
Google was right. They had the cash to do it.
They had the cash.
Good
You were there at the drop.
Good investment. It's back to Kenzie.
Mm-hmm.
Which horoscope sign has a crab?
Oh, a Cancer?
Cancer is right. So we got 4-4. Next one wins, and Tyler, you are up.
Woo!
Tyler, what type of animal was Seabiscuit?
He's a horse.
It was a horse. There you go. I think you guys answered almost all of them right. Pretty good. Pretty good. But Tyler, you get the tickets. You are going to Chicago Wolves. Hope you got 4 friends because you got 5 tickets for this Saturday, the Wolves versus the Ice Hogs. It's also Adopt a Dog Night. Maybe you come home with a dog. That'd be pretty cool. And you get a goalie bobblehead, too, if you don't want a dog. If you don't want to bring home something you have to take care of for the next 15 years, you can just have the bobblehead.
I already got 2 of them. I think 2's enough. I might just take the bobblehead.
Yeah, maxed out on dogs.
Maxed out.
Congratulations. Hang on. Josie will get your information. And if you like free stuff, remember, we're a half hour away from 8 o'clock. That is the Smashing Pumpkins Song Scramble. Billy Corrigan, a night at the Lyric Opera House, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, a 30-year anniversary. Special exclusive. And I got to say, I think this one's pretty easy today. So that's coming up at 8 o'clock with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Enjoy 21 Pilots.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up at 8, as we said, the Song Scramble for the Pumpkins at the Lyric Opera House. Billy Corrigan and the whole event. It's unique. It's historic. But first, some breaking news. Still not found. Not a person in Chicago, but a $10,000 violin stolen from the Blue Line train. Chicago police are requesting the public's help in this one. So what happened was a $10,000 violin. This happened last Friday, 9 o'clock on the Blue Line. It was Westlake in downtown. The violin was inside a black storage case and had a distinctive wood grain finish on the back. They all kind of do. All violins have that nice little wood grain.
It looks like a violin.
I mean, if you're going to tell me it's distinctive with the wood grain, I don't know. Tell me it's got like a skull and crossbones on the back, and then maybe I can find your violin. But I'm not doing it just with a regular wood grain. It doesn't have a serial number. It was custom made at $10,000. It was valued at, and somebody stole it. A guy, let's see, 30 to 40 years old, stands 5'8" to 5'11". You got the guy now, Kenzie? You got him?
Nailed it.
Got him. I see him right now.
Yeah, it was right there.
He was wearing a black jacket with white striped sleeves, black pants, and white gym shoes. Anyone supposed to call the call the mass transit system detectives? There's a number we can give you if you know this guy. Give us a call. We'll give you the number. But man, I got to imagine if you're taking a $10,000 violin on the Blue Line. At that point, don't you decide? And I don't know if you take the Blue Line every day with a $10,000 violin. Maybe take an Uber or a Lyft.
I don't know because if that's what you are, if you live in downtown, so you're just a public transportation person. Because think about it. How many people have a wedding ring on their hand?
Oh, boy. I don't want to think of that now.
Well, so it's it's not like you won't go anywhere with quote-unquote something expensive if it's just part of your life. Like you have an expensive tool or a wedding band, a nice pair of earrings. You're not going to be like, I won't get on a butt,
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
I guess I get that.
I mean, maybe if you're carrying a suitcase full of cash, you're like, let me not, but if something's just kind of part of your life.
Wait, I should stop carrying briefcases of cash on the Blue Line?
Well, if the violin's this guy's, I'm assuming a girl, whatever, job, right?
Right.
Okay. People bring really nice laptops and headphones because you're going to work.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, for some reason, I heard violin and $10,000. I was thinking somebody might work at the Lyric Opera. Somebody be part of the orchestra that's going to perform.
Yeah, that's kind of what I imagine. Like somebody with that nice of a violin, and they're just casually this has to be part of their job,
I just don't know what you're going to do with a violin if you stole it, too. Yeah, I understand,
Pawn it. It's getting pawned.
But how do you go into a pawn shop and go, you're do the Pawn Stars? I'm willing to give you $300 for it. Dude, I stole this. It's worth $10,000. Okay, $400. That's as high as I'm going to go. I'm willing to go up to $400. That's as far as I'm going to go.
Well, it's a shame because I bet the person pawning it won't even know the value, how nice it is. So they'll probably take $150 and be happy about it.
I guess I'd keep it and learn how to play the violin.
That's what you would do as a thief.
I mean,
it's actually sad. The origin story of this person is he's just a desperate musician.
You just want to, you start off with a bad guitar when you learn guitar the first time. When I did, you start off with a really crappy guitar. This guy's got a $10,000 violin. Again, I want to make it clear, not good to steal. That's my take today. Don't steal. Good. But I guess I'd probably learn the violin. And then I'd start taking it on the Blue Line, and someone would probably eventually steal it from me.
Do you understand the patience of learning the violin? You would never.
You don't think I could sit and learn the violin?
No.
Let me see.
And not because you're not talented. I don't think you have the patience. You keep talking about how you can't, I never get to play my guitar. My daughter's just always there looking at me.
I know. It's too much.
There's no way you could do the violin.
Let's see. How much are violin lessons?
Expensive. Where would you get a violin? Would you do private or one of the big classes?
I couldn't do it in a big class because, I don't want to look like an idiot, I imagine starting...
With your stolen violin?
Let's see. How much
Are private violin classes? Probably pretty expensive. Tristan's in private piano, and it's only once a week, and I'm like, it's expensive.
Back in the day, it was like $10 for piano lessons. So I don't know what he pays for them now, Kenzie, but private violin lessons typically cost $55 to $75 an hour.
Good Lord. You better know how to play the violin once.
Well, you get that $10,000 violin, but the lessons are going to break. You're going to break even on the violin eventually. It's not going to be worth anything. But you'll be able to play the violin, which will be cool.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, the song scramble for the Pumpkins. That would be for Billy Corgan, night at the Lyric Opera House with Melancholy and Infinite Sadness coming up at 8. I think today's is too easy. I'm actually kind of mad at myself. I wanted to go back and redo it.
For real? It's that easy?
I think this one's a cakewalk. If you don't get this today, you got to look in the mirror and say, are you really a Pumpkins fan?
Do I belong at this event?
Do I belong listening to Brian and Kenzie at Q101? You do. You belong. But it's coming up here in just about 7 minutes. I'll play that song scramble. So it's 3 songs, flipped around, reversed, mashed up in about 7 seconds. It's very quick. But I think this one's easy today. I think I made it too easy on you. I'm mad at myself. Tomorrow's going to be a bitch. I'm going to go crazy tomorrow. But then if no one gets today's, then I'll realize maybe
I'm
it's just
gonna
my
be
own
a
head.
bitch.
As opposed to any other day, right?
Yeah, it usually so nice.
I found this fascinating as I go around. I'm looking to buy a place with the wife. We're renting and we want to buy a place. But Chicagoans, 10% of them can't put their car in the garage because it's full of junk. Or they've converted it to something else, the garage.
Oh, little man cave.
Yeah, I think so because obviously with the price of where to live, whether you're renting and you get a garage on rent or buying a home, everything is just too small for the money you have. You can't get what you want, really. So I'm going to turn that garage into another room, my dream man cave or she shed, or just a bunch of stuff. It becomes storage. I'd be curious with our listeners before we get to the song scramble. What are you doing with your garage right now? Is it cool or is it just jammed like Hoarders, like that TV show?
So you have a spot outside because you live in downtown. Do you put stuff in the spot though? Like I've seen people put like their patio set, like in their. Have you seen that?
Yeah, but I don't do that.
You don't do that.
Just stuff laying outside in the parking
Like a
spot.
grill, like in their spot.
I'm lucky we got a spot, but it is outside and it's not covered, so I can't really put anything out there.
In it? You
But
don't feel protected just by the lines painted on the.
I just picture people walking up like thinking it's a yard sale and just kind of grab it in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it backs up to an alley, so I don't feel too comfortable leaving my guitars out there.
That's where your man cave is outside.
Yeah, but I've like my wife's family from the East Coast. They take all their garages and make awesome man caves and bars out of them.
I've seen people like where it's like a full-fledged bar. Like you look like you walk into a restaurant.
It's unreal. We go into the house and like, oh, we're going to go watch the game in the basement. No, let's go to the garage. And there's like 8 TVs. There's an outdoor freezer, air conditioning, heat.
Pool table.
It's unreal. These garages are stupid. They're so good. And I'd be curious what Chicagoans like listening right now do with your garage. You actually park your car in it. Because honestly, you don't need your car in a garage. Just put it in the driveway.
No,
put it on the street.
I hate that. I don't want to clean my car off.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I can't reach it.
Well, that's true.
You're big. You don't understand what it's like when you can't get to the snow.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, Eric checked in. We just moved into our house, 2.5 car garage. Looks like an episode of Hoarders, he says.
Oh, Tate said their garage is a gym. Good for them.
Yeah. Not just flexing or what? Not flexing working out, but just flexing that I got the weights in the garage. Do some curls out there.
Ours is just a garage. We have cars and a lot of storage. Because we have 2 cars, but it's a 3-car garage, so we can use that third stall.
You got a 3-car garage.
Oh, la-di-da.
Richie Rich.
Oh, yeah.
Rich ass.
Listen, it's not a 3-car garage in downtown Chicago, okay? It's much more affordable out here.
So you have 2 cars, and then what's the third space looking like?
My husband's golf cart that he likes to ride around the neighborhood.
Oh, his golf cart.
And then, like, a bunch of, like, toys and stuff like that. Like, we have a wagon, the kids' bikes, like, all that kind of stuff fits in the third stall.
So it's like storage, except for the golf cart.
Yeah. But I put stuff on top of the golf cart. My husband gets mad at me.
Start stocking stuff on it.
Yeah. I'm like, whatever.
We had someone check in here from 219. My garage is a dedicated woodworking shop for custom furniture business called Tellez Woodworks in Hobart. That's Tellez Woodworks in Hobart. Well, go check them out. Go to the garage and do some woodworking.
Whoa, look at this text. We turned our garage into a 5th bedroom.
What?
Yeah, because they have a family of 7. That's insane.
Who gets the garage?
I don't know, but like, did you leave the garage door? Like, is that how they leave their room?
It's like they wake up in the morning and open the garage door?
Yeah. Could you imagine like your parents like take out the garbage? You're like, oh, you open the garage door.
I imagine that they had some kind of UFC MMA fight to see who gets the bedrooms in the house and last person standing or got the best room. But the person
the oldest
that lost,
kid would totally want to live in the garage. I could see Tristan being like, who want the garage?
I want to be, I would live in the garage.
That'd be a
awesome.
big ass room.
Chris checked in. I use my garage as a couple cars, motorcycle, tools, workplace. So the fact is about 10% of Chicagoans can't park in the garage because it's something else. And I'm just curious what people are doing with their garages.
Oh my God, these garages are awesome. We're doing everything wrong, Brian. This guy says he has a projector in his garage for games.
Oh, hell yes.
This is awesome.
Game night.
We're really effing up.
Yeah, I guess hopefully no one's ever parked in the garage. You have to clean it out because there was a gas smell in there and, some oil spots. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true.
Okay,
so an update on the bedroom. Mom and Dad get the garage done.
What? They're paying for everything.
Well, yeah, but like maybe it's really like maybe they really like they pimped out their garage. It's a big space.
630 checked in, 2.5 car garage full of Tupperware. Just loaded up with the totes.
What?
Yeah.
That's a lot of Tupperware.
Another 219er, Sarah from Valpo, said our garage is a blacksmithing shop and storage. Wow, a blacksmithing? Did they go back to like the 1700s doing horseshoes in there?
Well, no, some people are really into like they make their own stuff, you know.
I would just buy a horseshoe, I think, but that's really nice. They do that.
I would just buy a horseshoe. Well, someone's got to make them, Brian.
That's true. They got to make them in there.
I would just buy a horseshoe.
My teen took over with his hockey gear and equipment, fishing gear, golf gear. Not many people of our listeners are parking their cars in the garage.
Mira, hold up. Kimberly said we have a hot tub in our garage. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
awesome. I'm gonna make Justin move his stupid golf cart because I want a hot tub.
Yeah, you could be doing a lot. You have a 3-car garage. You could make
I don't have anything cool in it.
a guest house. Just park the car outside.
I know.
It's not going to, right now especially, it's not going to snow again. So you don't have to wipe off your car with anything. You don't have to crawl on top and scrape it off.
I want a hot tub.
Wow, that's amazing. So 10%, and it seems like it's more than that from looking at our listeners.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess people don't even realize that you're supposed to put your cars in there based on the text we're getting.
I love it. 10% of you don't use the garage for cars, but it looks like more like 90% of our listeners don't. We want to come over your houses.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.